Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to Eat with Deidre. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. Okay, today I'm making fried pork chops. Good old fried pork chops. Yep. Okay, I'm trying to go live over here. Hi guys, welcome back to my video. Welcome back to Eat with Deidre. And I'm making fried pork chops, everyone. And I've got two sets of my pork chop. I've got the ones I'm going to shake and bake, okay? Then I have the ones that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fry these ones up here, okay? All right, so we're going to get started. I'm going to go ahead and season up everything. And I am making some rice that I've been talking about. Good old Uncle Ben's rice. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but it's real popular in the USA. All right, and I've got my shake and bake right here that I'm going to place for my pork chops in that. Okay, and then I've got my flour. Got my flour here for the ones I'm going to fry up, and I'm going to put my seasoning in my flour in a few. All right, so here we go. Hope everybody's doing okay out there. And I do have a rack that I'm going to be using once everything is finished. And I'm going to be setting my pork chops on the rack here. It might be a nice video, so if you guys want to hang out with me, we're going to go ahead and do this. I've got another for my vegetables, which I have never done before. And I'm going to be frying up, like they're going to be like French fries, but instead of French fries, I cut them up in cubes. So I'm going to be frying those up as well. All right, so we're going to get started. I've got my water already boiling here. See if you can see. So I've got my water boiling over there. Okay. And I'm going to be moving you guys from time to time because this is going to be a nice video. All right, so I've got my water boiling here, and I'm going to go ahead and add my Uncle Ben's rice. Okay. So how's everybody doing out there? How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a blessed day today. All right, and I only have a little bit of rice, so I'm going to go ahead and just use the whole box. There's just a little bit left there. But it was 1 cup of rice is what I used. Maybe a little over 1 cup. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and give this a stir. Okay. And I like to on my when I cook pasta noodles, even with a little bit of rice, and I'm just sharing this with you. You don't have to do this, of course. Anything I do, you do it how you want to do it. I'm just showing you how I do it. And I like a lot of my food that I cook here in my home. A lot of times I've never used before, like the squash. I've never cooked that before. So I'm trying to think, should I cook my squash first? I have my live people. I haven't had anybody quite join me yet because I've just been on here 2 minutes. But I want to fry my squash and I want to fry my pork chop. But I think I'm going to fry the squash first, guys. I think I'm going to cook that first. Okay, so what I'm going to do is add a little bit of oil in my rice. Just a drop, and I use this because that's good old seasoned oil that I've had. And I just put a drop in there. Okay. I'm going to stir this up. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more water. It said 2 cups, but sometimes with what it says on the box, it doesn't sometimes work as good as you would like it to. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and just turn my heat up so it will boil. And we're going to get to the next thing. But good, I've been wanting this Uncle Ben's rice. If you guys have been following me on my videos for a week now. I bought it 2 weeks ago, so I'm really excited to. I haven't had Uncle Ben's rice. I usually do the rice that's in the bag. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and get all my seasonings completed here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to season both our flour and our pork chops. That's just how I want to do it. You could do it however you want to do it, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put some pepper in our flour. You can put as much as you like. I'm going to go ahead and put it on my pork chops as well. Okay. Like I said, I have 2 batches and I have a small kitchen. Anybody that follows me on my videos, I have a tiny kitchen, guys. And these I'm going to shake and bake, but I'm still going to season them up some, you know, because shake and bake doesn't have any. It's just plain shake and bake. All right, and I am going to use some of my Old Bay, just because I love my Old Bay. That's just the seasoning that I prefer. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Hi. Hello. I'm cooking pork chops today. I've got 2 sets of pork chops, and I'm cooking some wild rice, and I'm going to be shake and baking some one of the batches of my pork chops. My oven is already preheated. I'm just going to go ahead and put up my seasonings that I want to use here today on my pork chops. I haven't had pork chops in probably 3 months. And this is just something that me and my family have been wanting. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Okay, so, all right, so now I'm going to put some seasoning in my flour. I know seems like I'm trying to get it all completed here. I'm going to have to turn it over to the other side, so it won't take so long. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and put a little seasoning in that. All right, so now I love my crushed red peppers. I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing. Some crushed red peppers, okay? So I'm going to put a couple, there we go, and just a couple of them on top. Not too much. Okay, that's probably a lot, but... All right, and I have chicken. I'm going to use this chipotle roasted garlic. I'm going to use this. All right, so we're going to go ahead and... I like to taste my seasoning. I don't want it to be overbearing or anything, but I sure like to taste my seasoning. Don't be scared to season your food. Don't be scared to season your food. And I see this has red peppers in it too, so oh my goodness, it's going to be spicy, but I love it spicy personally. All right, so now we're going to turn down our rice on low. Give it a stir. Okay. And I've got to get some butter for my rice. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just put the rest of this stick in here because it's going to need it. But I'm going to break it up a little bit. Yeah, go ahead and put the rest of that. So that was a little less than half a stick of butter. But I've got a lot of rice, guys, a lot of rice. And I'm a butter fan, so I just don't want it to be dry, of course, or anything when it cooks. So what you do is we're going to reduce the heat with this rice. Because we had it boiling. We had the rice boiling to get all that starch out. Okay, so now it just needs to simmer. And of course, when you simmer, it just needs to bubble just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. That's what simmer is. Okay, so I'm going to turn it back up a little bit. So what you do is you get your rice to where it's boiling, bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to reduce that so it bubbles just to a minimum. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to, now this is just what I like to do once again. I'm trying to get my butter to go ahead and do what it does there. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of pepper in my rice right now. There we go. Okay, give that another stir. So we'll have our rice going on over here. And I do not have a lid, guys, for this, unfortunately. But that's okay. it'll sit there and do. So now we're going to get back to seasoning our pork chops. So now I'm going to use a little bit of garlic. That was fast, garlic. Trying to not let it be an hour and a half video. It'll probably be 45 minutes. We're trying to get it to 45 minutes, guys. Okay, so I'm going to season these over here. And I'm going to use some onion powder as well. Okay. So this is this over here. All right. And my good old poultry seasoning. I don't know if you guys have ever used poultry seasoning before, but it's awesome. It gives it a nice flavor, guys. It really does. I learned about it several years ago. A girlfriend of mine, she was using it, and she gets the big bottle, the big bottle. And I was asked because I saw her. I was at her house, and I saw her making the food. But then I said, "What is that taste?" And she said, "I only use, you know, these 3 or 4 seasonings." And I said, "Poultry seasoning." That is what it was. I have never forgotten it. And honestly, you see I'm trying to click it all out. It is a really good spice for meat, for your meat, that is. Yep, it's a very, very nice, delicious taste. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead. What else do I want to use, guys? Let's see here. I think that's probably good today. Let's see, hold on. Yep, I think that's good. So what we're going to do, we're going to just mix that around. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and flip them and do it one more time. Why not? A lot of times you can mix your pork chops together. You know, like kind of mix them together here a little bit. Don't waste all your seasoning. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and flip them. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and hit them with the seasoning one more time. I always like to use my pepper first. It will stick to your pork chops or whatever meat you're using, right? I don't use salt. I don't even have salt in my house, guys. I do during the holidays when I have to cook different things. But I stay away from the salt. That's just me. I use it, and it does bring a really nice flavor out when you use salt. But it's for me, I can't use it. I'll just put it like that. We won't get into it, but I can't use salt. Okay. So now I really go up with the Mrs. Dashes and all Obeys, all those different seasonings to bring out the flavor, because I don't use salt. My doctor said, no, no, no. So I said, whatever you say, doctor. Okay, so now I got the Obey, and this just gives it a nice flavor. I was going to say you'll be able to tell, but you guys, of course, can't taste my food. But it really does. Gives it a nice flavor. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead. I've got tomato and basil, Mrs. Dash. I've got chicken. Of course, this isn't chicken. I'm just sharing with you all. I've got the Mystique. I think that says, yep, that seasoning. And I'm going to go ahead and use the Chipotle. Again, of course, on the opposite side here. Okay, so now we're going to get ready. Oh, they look so good. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to put some oil in my pan here, because I'm going to, I've got my shake and bake. Good old shake and bake. So I'm going to just greasing my pan up here. Yep. Okay. All right. So I want to fry the bigger pork chops. I'm trying to get you guys included. So I have 2 sets of pork chops here, as you can see. I have the bigger ones, and then I have the smaller ones. I guess I'm going to fry the smaller ones and let the big ones go in my right here. Okay, so like I said, I have a small kitchen, so I'm trying to maneuver all of this. So we're just going to put it in. Okay. So this is the shake and bake. Hi guys, hi to my live viewers. Hi, I saw you guys. Appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. Okay, so yeah, I haven't used Shake and Bake forever, but I'm using it today. And the few times I have used it, it's really nice. I hope you guys are going to see how these turn out. Okay, so now I'm just going to place these right here. Okay. Got these big jokers, they're huge pork chops. I'm just going to smother them up. I'm going to look at my comments in just a minute here. Yeah. So come on in, guys. Come on in. All right. So yeah, I'm just mixing these guys up. Trying to get them all covered. I don't use an egg or anything. I'm going to be doing some mustard fried pork chops, guys. This is the whole thing once I get these in the oven here. Okay. And I think I'm going to shake and bake. I was going to say, I'm thinking about shaking and baking, only 3 of them. Because I've got a lot of other food to cook up with you guys. Got a lot of other food I want to show you. Okay, so you just want to make sure it all sticks as much as you can on here, if you can see. Okay. All right, so now we're just going to go ahead and drop that. See, so the pan is, you can see here. Let me see. Whoa. Always wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. Okay. Okay, so it looks like that's just, they look so perfect right there. So I think I'm just going to do those 3 in the pan. So here we go. We're going to put our shake and bake pork chops in the oven. By the time I finish all this, it should be done by then. Okay, so next, I'm going to go ahead. And by the way, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I really do. And I appreciate you guys dropping by. Dropping by and checking out my video. Okay, so my rice, oh, it turned out good. I know it's not done. The rice only takes about 20 minutes to cook. 20 or 30. So I'm just going to give it a mix. Okay. Spread my stuff around here. Okay. So now I am going to do some mustard pork chops. I've got two sets of mustards here. And why I have 2, guys, is because one is much fuller than the other one. All right, so let me see here. What am I looking for? All right. Okay, I've got that there because I'm going to go ahead and put my mustard on. I'm going to get my grease ready. You can't see what I'm doing. So I'm just drizzling some mustard because we're almost out of this one here. And I'm going to be using a little bit of hot sauce. Okay? You can use whatever you prefer to use. Oh! Robert, we don't have any hot sauce. Okay, 1 second. I have some good old hot sauce. We're going to improvise today. We are going to improvise. Okay. I know these little packs. I know everybody has these little packs, right? I had Red Hots, guys, but look, I don't have a lot. It sucks. Okay. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put the rest of my Red Hot on top of this here, okay? And by the way, I'm new at doing live videos. I'm new at YouTube. I've been doing this probably 7 months. So I'm a newbie, guys. Bear with me. Okay. And I have that one that did not get, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on top. Okay, that one didn't get a lot of spice. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to get this open. Here we go. I'm going to get my oil going here. So mustard pork chops. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. If you haven't, that's okay too. Okay, so I'm just going to get all in here with my pork chops. Get all in there. Okay, so mix it all up good. Good, good, good. And I could use 1 egg, but I'm not today. Because sometimes when I do use an egg, it cooks up, you know, it just, I don't know. It's just, I'm not going to do that. But I am going to put a little bit of cornstarch in my flour, which will give it a nice crispy taste. That's what cornstarch does. If you use it for your French fries or any type of dish, it just gives it a really nice crunch. So that's what your cornstarch does. Okay. All right. All right, all right. Okay, so now I've got my ingredients going here. My oil is getting hot. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and mix my flour because I've got my seasoning in there. And we're going to batter these guys up and drop them in that. Your oil needs to be hot, guys. Hot, hot, hot oil, of course, when you deep frying things, chicken or whatever have you. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and drop it in our seasoned flour. I hope you can see this. All right. Okay, and I can feel the heat. I can feel the heat from this oven. All right, so let me see 1 second. How are you guys doing to my live viewers? Hi, and hi to my subscribers and everyone on YouTube. Hi guys. Okay, fried pork chops today. That's the plan. With fried, with my fried potatoes over here. Okay, so I just want to drop this. All right, drop it in my oil. I didn't want it to be too hot at first because sometimes you can burn it, and that's not what I want to do. We do not want to burn the food. So its temperature is coming up now. As you can see, you can hear it. Go ahead and drop these in there. Now I'm trying to get a lot of flour so it'll be nice and crunchy, right? And I do have gravy that I could go ahead. I gotta switch hands, guys. Ooh. Okay, so we're just gonna flour this up. Where are you guys from, on my live viewers and my YouTubers over here to the left? The YouTubers to the left, and my live is right here. Where are you guys seeing the video from? I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina. And another thing, what is your favorite food? Or your favorite meal? Spaghetti or fried chicken, pork chops? You know, what do you guys like to eat? Okay, so we have 2 more to do. I'm going to go ahead and flour them up and then let them rest. Yep, I didn't make too much of a mess today. I'm off today. Whoa. Okay, so we're just going to keep all this floured up. And that mustard, I can smell that. It smells good. Okay. All right, all this flour. Okay, so we're going to let it rest so it'll be nice and crunchy. All right. I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina, guys. Dirty South, if you've heard of that before. I'm going to come over there and look at my comments here. Okay. All right. Let me get 1 second, guys. I've got flour everywhere over here. We're just going to clean this up for just a second so it'll look nice and pretty for you guys. So we got to get ready to fry up this fried sweet potatoes. Have you ever had sweet potato fries? They're so good. At my job, they cook them. That's what gave me this idea. Good old sweet potato fries. Okay. Let me gotta check on these pork chops, guys. Okay, I'm gonna flip these. See there? See how fast they're cooking up? I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I'm gonna get the camera and bring it over here in just a second. Okay. All right, all right. My glasses. All right, guys, let's see. Hi, hello. Okay, so that's what my pork chops, that fast. If you've been watching this, they cook fairly quickly. All right, so let's see here. Java, let me see. J-A-V-A, Jeva. I'm sorry, sweetie, I'm not pronouncing your name right. I'm here in Jersey. Oh, okay. My aunt lives in Philly. Is Philly and Jersey, is that the same thing, Rob? I'm not sure, but Jersey is awesome. And my favorite dish has to be lasagna. Oh, I know that's right. I'm going to be doing a lasagna dish. I did one during the holidays, and it turned out really, really good. But, you know, I've only made lasagna like twice in my life, so that's something I want to learn more about. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because I'm going to be making a lasagna dish. I'm going to try to do it one day next week. So you need to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Okay, so the pork chops are, I can hear these guys sizzling up. Yep. All right. And the rice looks good. Okay, one second, let me read the rest of them. Oh, you are pretty. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you, Dana. I've got to learn names. Dana, D-A-N, Dana. Dana or Dana? Okay, so sorry. You're doing an amazing job. Keep it up. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. And to TV Man, can I get some, please? Sure, you sure can. You got to come to North Carolina, though. All right, and I have another viewer, but that comment's going away. Appreciate your heart. All right, guys, so this is what it looks like. I'm going to put you back. All right. Okay, so I've got to get everything ready, because these pork chops are probably not going to take too long. And I have a rack. So I really need to use that rack, this rack here. Hold on a second. To place them on that rack. I'm an old school chick, guys, old school. I just put a paper napkin and put them in there. But I'm learning so much stuff on YouTube that they say when you put them on the rack, they'll stay crunchy, won't get soggy. So that is what I'm going to do today. Nobody wants soggy food. But, you know, we have been eating it like that for years, and it's always been crunchy, but I'm going to try new things. Excuse me. All right. Pork chops are looking good. I'm going to give another flip. And I've got 2 more to cook here. See there? Okay. All right, now I'm going to get some more butter from my rice. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put a little bit more butter. Butter makes what? Everything better, right? I think. Makes everything better. Okay. Can you see? You can see. Okay, good. I'm glad you can see me over here. I'm just mixing this up. Okay. All right. So I do have onions cut up over here, guys, and my parsley that I'm going to be sauteing up as well with my parsley. That's going to go with my sweet potatoes, okay? But I'm waiting to my pork chops because I've only got so many pans here. I've got 2 eyes going already. Yes, hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Appreciate you. And if you can share this video, that would be awesome. If you could share it. Now, I know you see what just happened, but that fell off. And when it does that, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I am going to put something on top of that that's going to be really delicious. And I'll wait towards the end to show you that. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. And I think these pork chops are almost ready to come out, guys. Yep. Put a little bit more oil in there. Okay. All right. Okay, so now I'm just letting them cook. I'm getting a little, because my batter came off there, but that's okay. But I'm going to go ahead and do something else with these beautiful guys that I've got going on here. And I'll show you in a minute, because I'm not going to waste my seasoning. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and put the others in here so they can go ahead and with this beautiful hot grease that I've got. Don't waste not at all. Don't waste any oil. Okay, now you notice how the temperature went down that fast. Isn't that something? Okay. And I love my pork chops crunchy. When you have that crunch, I'm going to take this good old goodies out and put them in there. Now, if you ever have any of your, pork chops and some of your batter falls off your pork chop, that's okay. That is okay. What I do is I go ahead and scoop that out and I just lay it right on top of my pork chop, get my plate and keep on eating. But if you have guests, you can always go and improvise and put you some seasonings on top here. I have honey teriyaki that I'm going to be putting on top of that. So you won't even see if it falls off. But most people have a deep fryer, which I don't have. I've got to get one. My son reminds me that I need to get an air fryer. I think it's, yes, an air fryer. And then I won't have that problem. Okay, so they're looking nice and pretty. I'm going to cut on the fan, guys. Whoops, because I have these, let's check on our, alright, so I'm going to show you guys what they look like. 1 second. One second here. This tiny kitchen I've got. Okay. I'm going to give my rice a stir. Oh, the rice turned out good. Thank goodness. I'm on YouTube, food. Do right. I'm on YouTube. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and make it nice and pretty for you guys. And I'm going to put a little bit of parsley on top. I haven't put much seasoning on my rice. I just went ahead and put a little bit of pepper. Okay, so now, all right, I'm going to turn these guys down. They're almost ready. It doesn't take long. No one wants no burnt pork chops, right? Because your oil will get real hot. And my pan does this funky eye, you know, it leans, so you got to work with, I've got to work with what I have. So I'm doing the best I can. When I move, we'll be having more of an upgrade apartment, so I will have a better kitchen and more room. Okay, so I'm walking in my kitchen. As you can see, I can touch both. So there's no room. There's no room for two people. It's a tiny kitchen. But you do what you have, right? You make it work. Okay, so these are almost finished, guys. Almost there. I'm going to show you guys what my pork chops are looking like. I don't want you to see me. So those are the pork chops that are the shake and bake. Shake and bake pork chops. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and flip these guys, and my pork chops are done. They don't take no time. Okay. And then I'm gonna wash this pan, and I'm gonna go ahead. Hi, come on in. Hey. I'm gonna go ahead and take this guy out. And this is finished now, okay? So this oil, I've got to wash my pan here. Hi, come on in. Welcome to Eat with Deidre. Welcome to another video, guys. Okay, I'm just washing my pan here so I can fry up my sweet potatoes. My rice is already finished, so we don't have too much longer to go. Not too much longer. Okay. Alright, so I'm just washing this pan real fast. I'm getting all that oil that I used from the pork chops out. Getting all that out. Giving this a quick wash real fast. Okay. Alright, so now we're ready to go with our fried squash here. Excuse me. Okay, fried sweet potato. Now I'm going to put some of my oil in my pan here. Good old oil that I've had. This oil is seasoned up really good. Alright, so I'm going to let that oil heat up a little bit. Check on my rice. My rice is finished. So that's my good old rice there, guys. Yep. And I'm going to put a little bit of pepper on top of my rice. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to set that there. Finish with that. So now I have my onions that I'm going to fry up with my sweet potatoes. And the trick with these sweet potatoes is I went ahead and you rinse them off and soak them for about 15-20 minutes. And you're gonna see that a lot of not dirt but stuff comes off of it. You just drain that. I drained this about 3 times. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop them in my oil here. Okay. You want your oil nice and hot. Okay. Alright. You can always see when your oil gets hot because it's your oil starts to spread. It looks like you're in the water and it starts to swim. Like, you know, when you're swimming, it looks like it's got like ripples in it. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright. So we're going to drop these in there. Okay, you want your oil nice and hot. All right, yes. Now I have never done this before. But it's the first time for everything. Okay, so drop the rest of these guys in there. Okay. All right, so here's my pork chops. Here they are, guys. They turned out good. Turned out good. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna let these guys sit, because sometimes if you move your stuff too fast, it'll fall apart. Like your potatoes and stuff, I've noticed. Okay, so I'm trying to make sure that they're all covered in the oil. And make sure that they're all covered in the oil here. Fried sweet potato, like fried sweet potato fries. They're just cut in wedges, is what I'm doing here. All right, so how are you guys doing? Okay, so this is what it's like. Yes.